Hello, Reindeer Rain here, and this is a magic prop. Now, if you want to learn magic secrets, go read a book. That's what I did. I don't give away magic secrets. But this is a prop that I need to update, and I want to show you. Now, what this does is basically vanish or appear something, mainly used for appearing. And it's a chest, usually. It's different kinds of chests. This is my chest. It could be an old chest or like a treasure chest or something like that. But anyway, what you do is you tip it over and you can show the inside of it like this. And you can see that there's nothing inside of the chest. Like that. And you can bring it up like this and you do a little bit of magic, and when you open it up, you can reach in and and pull out a nice little silk. Isn't that magical? Yeah, a little more magic. Look, you can pull out another magic silk, a bigger one that's got something on it. Look, you can reach in, you can pull out. Oh, look, it's there. It's a little bit of antibiotics, bacteria stuff here. All right. See what else? Oh, look, you can need this now. So you can pull out a little rabbit, of course, little rabbit, and then oh, look this. See here. You can pull out a squirrel as well. Now this one I have modified, and I make it where it spits up basically confetti, torn pieces of paper. The spring puppet is supposed to be the one tearing up the pieces of paper. Then I pulled pieces of paper out that's been cut up, and it reveals something. Maybe their card that they picked, or just some little decorative thing like little cutout paper strips or something. That's what it does. But I always wanted it to have more. It just seems like it needs more. And I always wanted the lid to pop up and down. But that's always been easier said than done because of the way it works. But I finally figured it out, so let me show you. Here's what I have. A rechargeable 9.6 volt battery, a connector for it. This is a buck converter, and from 9 volts it can be dropped down to like 5 volts. This is my little program chip here, little circuit that I made using the CNC machine. Also have an H-bridge circuit. That's for controlling the motor. And I have 3 little sensors. And there's also this blower here to blow the confetti. And that's what this transistor here is for, which I'm going to have to run a wire because it doesn't get this. It's going to get the full 9.6 volts. I have a little bug crawling by. What the hell is that? Any idea what that is? These sensors have to go here to detect this part. And so one of them has to be at the very bottom. So I want to move this down and go there. So now I need to raise it up so it's just touching the lid. This sensor needs to go right at the bottom of that so that going past it pushes the lid up, and then coming down onto it, the lid is closed. So that one should be clear of that one. There, that's the final ones there. Okay, here's the little chip that I programmed. Alright, it's time to test. When I plug this battery in, if this thing goes down, we're good. If it starts going up, I need to flip this thing. Let's see what it does. Oh, that's right. Is that far enough? Let's see. This is the switch. There's a timer. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Alright, I figured out my problems. There were several, but mainly I had to bump these out. And this isn't parallel with this, so down here is bumped out more than down here. So I had to 3D print little pieces for that. So if I plug it in, and then do the same thing as pushing the button, it waits 7 seconds. And now it's reset to do it again. So yeah, it's gonna comes up, moves back and forth over this one to move the lid up and down, pauses, and then goes all the way up to keep it open, then go down. The timing and stuff like that isn't correct right now. So you can see that's working pretty good. So when this last one is triggered and this thing goes past it, it's going to go negative, which will turn this on. That means this part will go negative. I don't know why I put a red thing on there, but I did. This needs to go there, and then the other side needs to go straight to the battery. Alright, let's see if it ever... Yeah, that ain't right. Alright, so that was wrong and I had to change everything, and I finally got it. This is not even the second one, this is like the third one. And I even had to take some stuff off and got it wrong. I added another buck converter. Then I added the 12-volt battery for this. Go ahead and screw this in. Now I still don't have the timing on the programming of the chip yet. That's still off. I still need a button. But you can plug her in. Alright, here's a fun thing. I used this little setup to make an electricity sound with the fake medical device that I refurbished a while back. Now it's going to be used to make an animal sound. And this is just a little vibrating motor, and I'll just turn that motor and just let it bounce around inside there. Now I want it to activate every time it gets past the second one. So as long as it's above the second one, it needs to be on. Alright, I've created another one of these things. And you can see that I did not plan any of this out. This was all done on the fly. Had no idea where I was going when I started this thing. But here, it's simple. It's another buffer with a transistor. But that inverts, because it's just an inverter. So I had to put another inverter, put the data back like I had it. And then there's another switch here to turn on this motor. Just like this thing with the fan. So it's essentially the same circuit. And it sure is getting messy back here. Go in there. I want to go with this little lever switch, mainly because it's about all I have. It's the only normally open switch I have, and I'm not buying anything for this. This is all made out of stuff I had. Alright, now here's the little rack that goes up and down. I have a little piece here. I should be able to screw it in here. Now I have a piece of fur. I think I'll use some double stick tape. Now it's real easy to install. You just have to turn it on, and since this sensor is not being covered up, it's going to turn it on to make it go down. It's going to turn everything on, really, until their sensors are covered up. After I got the entire thing working, I did something and something broke, and it was such a mess that it was easier just to redo everything. So it's basically the same setup that I had, I just redid everything. After all, I can CNC any little PCB. I don't have any kind of new routine yet, but let me show you the basic idea. So the box gets pulled out and you can clearly see that it says danger. And of course, you open it up and you'll do the joke of the thing biting, stuff like that. You give it a little bop like that and you show it. So then you can take it and you can tip this thing over and you can show the inside of it and show that there's nothing inside there, like that. And then you can, hang on. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we'll put the little squirrel back inside. So just like this. Here. And we have a little piece of paper. We can fold this piece of paper up like so. Here. Let's place it in like that. And let's see what the squirrel can do. Now, the squirrel will use its little teeth to just chomp away. There it goes. It'll chomp away at the paper and make a little design. Are you done? I think that means yes. Okay. Yeah, that's wow, that's something, all right. Look at there. A bunch of little people. Well, isn't that cute? That's just really cute there. Let's try again. I have another one. There you go. We can take that one. You do that one. Come up with something really good for that one. I mean, but that one's really cute. Does that mean you're done? I think that means we're done. Oh wow, look, that's okay. Oh, I see. It's a little tree bush thing. There you go. That's very cute. Now see, I've done all this, but there's still one problem. What is the finale? I don't know what the finale is, because I can do this one more time, but where do I go from there? And I guess the only thing to go is, you know, you can pull the little squirrel back out, and you can pull the big squirrel out this time. Yeah. And then you can take it and you can show the box is completely empty. So if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff, hit the subscribe button. I'd like to thank these people right here. These are the patrons. These are the people helping me out. These are the people bringing you this chest that tips over and does all this magic and stuff. So I couldn't do any of this stuff without them. So I thank them oh so very much. If you'd like to become a patron, of course, there's links and perks and stuff and everything. So anyway, thanks for watching.